When I think about the fact that there aren't many men in the church, Christian men, that are really sold out for Jesus to the point where they're committed to waiting, let's say, because there's a lot of guys out there where they're out, Christian men, okay with having sex. When that was one of the only tenets that the early church, I think it was James, he only gave them a couple things, he only rules to follow, and one of them was like, don't be sexually immoral. So this is one of the very basics that you're not supposed to do, but why are there so few Christian men that are actually walking that path? And I think it's because humans, by our nature, we take the path of least resistance. I went the easy way too, just like everybody else. If there's a way I can get the same result, not have to put in the effort, I'm gonna take it. Now, of course, there's always consequences to any shortcut, but I think because it's easy for people, men, to go out and get sex without commitment, they do it. They take it. They take the cookie because it's being offered. And sometimes I get pushback on saying this because women are like, why are you putting all the responsibility on us to fix this problem? And I'm like, I'm not, but I know that if I was to appeal to the men and say, hey, stop taking the cookie, it's not gonna go nearly as far. Picture this, there's a city, Baltimore, okay, and everybody's on welfare. Everybody's taking the checks, the welfare checks that's being offered by the government. Everybody's taking the free money, they're taking the food stamps, they're not going to work, so they're not reaching their full potential, they're not self-actualizing, they're just taking the welfare checks because it's being offered. Where would you get further if you went to the people and you said, hey everybody, hey, stop taking the welfare checks, please don't take the food stamps anymore? Or if you went to the government and you said, hey, stop giving out the freaking checks, what would go further? Right? It would go further to go to the government. So that's what I'm doing. I'm appealing to the women because they're the ones that have the power in most cases to stop giving it out and kind of turn it around. It would force the men to commit. It would, because men want sex. And it would force them to go out and choose someone and marry. And in the meantime, they would have to use that sexual energy to do things like I have. And maybe they would start nonprofits or write books or create businesses and invent things and who knows what. That's what would happen.